Good day, this is your codebook. In this video we are going to discuss about another data type in Python, that is list. So what is mean by list? So list is a collection of data items separated by commas, and these data items are enclosed by square brackets. And another point is about list is mutable, so we can add, delete and replace the items. So this is about a few points about list. So list is a collection of data items separated by commas and enclosed by square brackets, and very important, it can hold one data type. Okay, it may be integers or floating point numbers, or it is a combination of several data types. So for example, a list contains numbers with strings. For example, when we talk about a student information may contain student's name, student roll number and student average. Here it is a combination of several data types, strings, integers and floating point numbers. And the next point is about the list is mutable, so we can add, remove and insert new items into a existing list. And how we are going to create a list? So the list name is equal to, we can add n number of items, so the items are ordered and each item separated by commas, and all the data items are enclosed by square brackets. So this is the way we are going to create a list. And example, so let's discuss the example. The first one, empty list. Okay, so how we are going to create a empty list? For example, this is my list name, and okay, when we run this statement, okay, so when we run my list, we will got the empty list. So this is the first one, creating an empty list. And the second example is list with integers. So list with integers, for example, numbers, 4 commas, okay. So the second example is list with integers. So my list name is numbers, and I have added few numbers, data items, 4 comma 6 comma 3 comma 8 comma 1. So when I type numbers, it will display on output screen. So this is the second example. And third example, list with strings. So the third example, list with numbers. So we will create a list with names. So for example, okay, so this is the another example, list with strings. So name of the list is names, and we have created names list with 3 strings. And then this next example, list with mixed data types. So here Let's create a list student info. The list contains first one roll number, and second one is name of the student, and third one is average mark for that student, so 80.5. So here the student information list contains different data items. So first one is integer, the roll number is integer, and second data item string, and third data items floating point number. So this is the another example list with mixed data types. And the next one is list with nested list. Okay, you can create list with nested list. For example, if the student marks, okay, student mark, and the mark sheet, the first one is student name, student roll number, and second data item is student name, and here the third data item is the 5 subject mark of that particular student. So 90, 70, 80, 88, and 78. So when we run the statement student marks, we will get the list on output screen. So the first one is data item, and this that is a roll number, that is integer, and second data item is the name, that is string, and third data item is a list. Okay, so we can add or we can create a list is a one of the data item. So that is the another example, list with nested list. So these are the some of the examples for creating a different types of list. And next one, accessing elements on a list. Okay, how we are going to access the data items from a list. Okay, like strings, the operation is indexing. So using index operator, so using this square bracket, we are going to access the data items from a list. Look at the example here, numbers, the list name is numbers, and we have few numbers. So we know that the positive index always start from the 0 from first value onwards. So here 0 to 5, and the negative index, the last item, the index value is -1, and so on, -2, -3 up to -6. So let's see example. Okay, how we are going to access the data items from the list. So using indexing index operator. So here take the first one, this one, numbers. So now to access the for example last first item, so numbers of 0, when we run this statement, we got output 4, that is the first data item. So we know that the index values always start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose we want to access the last data item, so numbers of 4. If you are giving the index out of range, for example numbers of 10, there is an index error. Okay, so the index error, the list index out of range. So this is the one indexing operation. And then take this example, so names of 3. So again we have only 0, 1, 2, so there is an index error. If I am giving index of 1, okay, so there is an output. So the second data item fetched from the list. And then here one more example, that is names of 1, 1. So can you guess the output for this statement? Yes, when we run this statement, it will fetch the second character from the second data item, that is 1, 1. This one is known as the nested index because string is a sequence of characters. So this one select the second data item, and the second value is select the second character from the second string. So that's why we got B. And take the next one. So student info 2. So when we run this statement, this one take the second index value 80.5, and the last one here. So here we are going to use the nested index. So student marks of, so I need to print the lost subject mark. Okay, so first we should select this list. For that, the index is the first one, roll number is 0 and name is 1, and this list is index value is the 2, 0, 1, 2, and then I need to print the last one. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we run this statement, we got the last one. Okay, so suppose I want to print these first two subject mark. Again, can you guess the index values, nested index values? So 2, it is 0. So this one fetch the first value from this list. Okay, so this is the way to access the data items using index operator, the accessing elements on a list, that is the index operator. So in this video we discussed about what is mean by list, how we are going to create a list, what are the different types of list, and how we are going to accessing data items on a list. Thank you.